The Return on Everything Chapter 9. Emma Parker stared at the floating notification. New qualified target detected. Potential rating, a distance, 143 meters, his heartbeat quickened. A qualified target. The first one the system had ever detected. And apparently, she was nearby. Kai looked around the quiet street. The sun had already begun setting. Most stores were preparing to close. People hurried home after work. Yet the golden arrow on the system screen remained fixed, pointing ahead. Well. Kai took a deep breath. Let's see where this goes. The distance began decreasing. 143 meters. 131 meters. 119 meters. Kai followed the marker through several streets. Soon, large buildings appeared ahead. A university campus. Students moved in and out of the gates. Some carried books. Others laughed with friends. The atmosphere felt completely different from Kai's daily life. The distance continued dropping. 75 meters. 58 meters. 43 meters. Then the system suddenly reacted. Target located. Kai stopped walking. His eyes searched the area. Then he saw her. A young woman sat alone on a bench beneath a tree. Long brown hair. Simple clothes. A backpack resting beside her. She wasn't breathtakingly beautiful. She wasn't dressed like a rich heiress. She looked completely ordinary. Yet something about her stood out. A quiet determination. A stubbornness hidden beneath her tired expression. The system window appeared again. Name, Emma Parker, age, 20, potential rating, a current status, under suppression, Kai frowned. Under suppression? What did that mean? Before the system could answer, a loud voice interrupted. There she is. 3 students approached. 2 girls and a boy. Their expressions weren't friendly. Emma's shoulders immediately stiffened. Clearly, this wasn't the first time. One of the girls crossed her arms. You skipped the meeting again. Emma stood up. I had work. The girl laughed. Excuses. I really did. The second girl stepped forward. Everyone knows you are lying. Emma clenched her fists. But she didn't argue. She simply lowered her head. Kai watched from a distance. Something felt wrong. Very wrong. The system suddenly flashed. System mission generated. Assist Emma Parker. Mission reward, unknown difficulty, low. Kai blinked. A mission already. Meanwhile, the argument escalated. The boy smirked. Honestly, why are you even still here? You don't belong in this university. Emma's face turned pale. Yet she remained silent. Kai noticed something. Emma wasn't angry. She wasn't arrogant. She wasn't looking for trouble. She simply looked tired. Like someone who had been carrying a burden alone for a very long time. Then one of the girls slapped the books from Emma's hands. The books hit the ground. Papers scattered everywhere. Several nearby students looked over. Nobody moved. Nobody helped. Emma quickly knelt down to collect her things. Trying to hide her embarrassment. Trying to pretend she wasn't hurt. For some reason, Kai saw a reflection of himself. A person struggling alone while everyone else looked away. The mission window flashed again. Assist Emma Parker. Reward awaiting. Kai looked at the students. Then at Emma. Then back at the mission. He had spent years minding his own business. Years avoiding trouble. Years keeping his head down. But today felt different. Slowly. Kai began walking forward. The 3 students noticed him approaching. One of them frowned. Who are you? Kai stopped beside Emma. Without saying a word, he bent down and picked up one of the books lying on the ground. Then another. Then another. Emma looked up. Surprised. Confused. Their eyes met for the first time. And at that exact moment, a new system notification appeared. Important story character contact established. Main arc officially beginning. To be continued. The Return on Everything Chapter 10, Standing UP, important story character contact established. Main arc officially beginning. The notification vanished. Kai ignored it for now. His attention remained on the young woman in front of him. Emma Parker. The system's errant target. Emma blinked in surprise. You. She looked at the books in Kai's hands. Thank you. Her voice was soft. Almost cautious. As if she wasn't used to receiving help. Kai handed the books back. No problem. One of the students scoffed. Who asked you to interfere? Kai turned. The boy who had spoken earlier was glaring at him. His two companions stood nearby with crossed arms. Kai remained calm. I was just helping pick up some books. The boy smirked. Then pick them up and leave. Several nearby students laughed. Emma lowered her gaze. Clearly she wanted the situation to end. But Kai had already noticed something. These people weren't looking for an apology. They weren't looking for a discussion. They simply enjoyed targeting someone weaker. The girl who had knocked down Emma's books rolled her eyes. Come on. Let's go. The boy glanced at Emma one last time. You got lucky. Then the three of them walked away. Only after they disappeared did Emma finally relax. A breath escaped her lips. You shouldn't have gotten involved. Kai raised an eyebrow. Why? They'll probably bother you too now. Kai laughed softly. I think I'll survive. For the first time. A small smile appeared on Emma's face. It lasted only a second. But Kai noticed it. Ding. Mission completed. Assist Emma Parker reward, last 20 EXP, Kai almost stopped walking. Level 130 by 100 EXP, the experience bar increased. Not a huge reward. But definitely better than nothing. Emma looked at him curiously. Are you okay? You suddenly froze. Kai quickly recovered. Just thinking. The two began walking toward the campus gate. For a while neither spoke. Eventually Kai asked, so what was that about? Emma hesitated. Then shrugged. Nothing important. Kai immediately knew it was something important. People only said nothing important when they didn't want to talk about it. After a few seconds Emma sighed. They think I cheated. Kai frowned. Did you? No. The answer came instantly. Without hesitation. Without nervousness. That alone told Kai a lot. I ranked first in a scholarship exam. Emma continued walking. They think someone like me couldn't possibly beat them. Kai looked surprised. Scholarship? Emma nodded. My family isn't wealthy. If I lose it, I can't stay in school. Suddenly everything made more sense. The bullying. The pressure. The exhaustion. For Emma, this wasn't just a university. It was her future. Meanwhile. Inside a luxury penthouse. Adrian Sterling sat in front of a massive window overlooking the city. Sophia rested beside him. A man in a suit entered the room. Young master. Adrian didn't look away from the skyline. What is it? The acquisition was successful. A smile appeared. Good. Sophia listened quietly. The world Adrian lived in felt larger every day. Bigger. More powerful. More exciting. Yet for some reason. She suddenly remembered Kai carrying heavy delivery boxes in the rain. The image annoyed her. Why was she still thinking about him? Back at the university. Emma stopped near the gate. This is where we part ways. Kai nodded. Take care. Thank you for helping earlier. No problem. Emma smiled again. This time it lasted a little longer. Then she walked away. Kai watched her leave. A normal meeting. A simple conversation. Nothing extraordinary. Or so he thought. Ding. A new system notification appeared. Emma Parker favorability, 5 by 100 qualified target confirmed target growth path unlocked. Kai blinked. Favorability? Before he could read further, another notification appeared. One that made his heart race. New opportunity detected potential reward, combat talent related to Emma Parker. Kai stared at the screen. Combat talent? What did Emma have to do with combat? The system remained silent. Leaving only a single flashing line behind. The first disciple arc has begun. To be continued. The Return on Everything Chapter 11, An Unexpected Request. The first disciple arc has begun. The notification lingered before disappearing. Kai stood alone outside the university gate. Combat talent? He frowned. What does Emma have to do with combat? Unfortunately, the system offered no explanation. As usual. The next few days passed peacefully. Kai continued working his delivery jobs during the day. Whenever he had free time, he used financial insight to identify small opportunities. Nothing incredible. Nothing life-changing. But enough to slowly improve his situation. His savings grew. 520 rupees became 900 rupees. 900 rupees became 1400 rupees. For the first time in months, Kai felt like he was moving forward instead of falling behind. Meanwhile, Emma Parker's life remained difficult. The rumors around campus hadn't disappeared. Neither had the people targeting her. One afternoon, Kai happened to pass by the university again while completing a delivery. As he exited a nearby cafe, he noticed a familiar figure sitting alone. Emma. She looked exhausted. Dark circles rested beneath her eyes. Several books were spread across the table. Kai hesitated. Then approached. Studying? Emma looked up. A small smile appeared. Kai. The fact that she remembered his name surprised him slightly. Mind if I sit? Not at all. Kai took the empty chair. For a few minutes, neither spoke. Emma continued reading. Kai checked a few delivery requests on his phone. Eventually he noticed something. Emma kept glancing toward the cafe window. As if worried about something. Problem? Emma sighed. A small one. Kai waited. After a moment she laughed awkwardly. Actually, maybe a medium-sized one. What happened? Emma closed her textbook. There's a group of guys who keep bothering me after classes. Kai frowned. The same people from before. No. She shook her head. Worse. Kai's expression hardened. Emma quickly added, they haven't actually hurt me. They just follow me sometimes. They make comments. They try to intimidate me. Have you reported them? I did. Emma sighed. Nothing happened. The cafe fell silent. For some reason. Kai remembered the notification. Potential reward, combat talent related to Emma Parker. The pieces slowly started connecting. At that moment, ding. Opportunity detected. Emma Parker lacks basic self-defense ability. Recommendation, teach target fundamental protection skills. Kai blinked. A second notification appeared. Potential reward preview, unknown combat talent. His heartbeat quickened. The system wasn't telling him to fight anyone. It wasn't offering instant power. It was presenting an opportunity. Emma noticed his strange expression. You okay? Kai looked at her. Then at the system message. Then back at her. A strange idea formed. Emma. Have you ever learned self-defense? She laughed. Not even a little. Would you like to? Emma looked surprised. You know self-defense? Kai froze. That was actually a good question. Did he? Not really. A little. Maybe. Years of working rough jobs had taught him a few basics. Nothing impressive. Nothing professional. Yet the system notification remained. Flashing quietly. Waiting. For the first time. Kai wondered if helping Emma might be the beginning of something much bigger than either of them realized. And somewhere deep within the system, a hidden progress bar silently appeared. Emma Parker, Disciple Candidate Progress, 1%, to be continued. The Return on Everything Chapter 12, the first lesson. Emma looked at Kai in surprise. You want to teach me self-defense? Kai immediately regretted how confident he had sounded. Because the truth was, he wasn't some martial arts expert. He was just a guy who had spent years working difficult jobs. A few fights. A few rough neighborhoods. A few lessons learned the hard way. That was all. Kai rubbed the back of his neck. Teach might be a strong word. Emma laughed. That's usually not something teachers say. For the first time since they met, the atmosphere felt relaxed. Normal. Kai shrugged. I know a few basics. Enough to help you avoid trouble. Nothing fancy. Emma considered it. To be honest, she didn't know why she trusted him. They had only known each other for a short time. Yet Kai never seemed to want anything from her. He simply helped. Dash okay. Kai blinked. Okay. Dash Emma nodded. Okay. I'll try. Dash at that exact moment ding. Dash Emma Parker has accepted guidance. Disciple candidate progress 10% dash Kai nearly choked. Good thing Emma couldn't see the screen. Dash what happened? Emma asked. Dash nothing. Kai answered quickly. Dash the next day, they agreed to meet at a public park near the university. Dash Kai arrived first. The place wasn't crowded. A few joggers. Some children playing. Nothing unusual. Dash 10 minutes later, Emma arrived. Wearing simple sports clothes. A nervous expression rested on her face. Dash I still think this is a little embarrassing. She admitted. Dash Kai smiled. Getting stronger is never embarrassing. Dash Emma seemed to think about those words. Dash for the next hour, Kai taught her the few things he knew. Nothing dramatic. Nothing supernatural. Dash how to keep distance. How to recognize dangerous situations. How to escape a grab. How to stay balanced. Dash basic things. Practical things. Dash Emma listened carefully. Far more carefully than Kai expected. Dash in fact. She learned surprisingly fast. Dash like this. Emma asked. Dash Kai nodded. Better. Dash she repeated the movement. Again. And again. And again. Dash every time she improved. Dash a strange notification appeared. Dash observation, Emma Parker possesses exceptional learning aptitude. Dash Kai frowned. Interesting. Dash as the training continued, Emma suddenly managed a movement perfectly. Exactly the way Kai had demonstrated it. Dash ding. Dash first teaching milestone achieved. Dash Kai froze. Dash system rule number 2 activated. Dash a warm sensation spread through his body. Not painful. Not overwhelming. Just strange. Dash memories appeared. Small details. Tiny adjustments. Better posture. Better balance. Better timing. Dash it felt as if years of experience had been added to his understanding. Not mastery. Not even close. But definitely improvement. Dash Kai's eyes widened. The system had worked. Dash Emma noticed his expression. What's wrong? Dash Kai quickly shook his head. Nothing. Dash inside, however. His heart was racing. Dash the system wasn't exaggerating. When Emma improved, he improved too. Dash not by a huge amount. Not enough to become some unbeatable fighter. But enough to notice the difference. Dash as the sun began setting, the lesson ended. Dash Emma grabbed her backpack. Thank you. Dash Kai smiled. No problem. Dash for a brief moment, Emma hesitated. Then she spoke quietly. Dash you know. You're the first person who's helped me without expecting something in return. Dash Kai was caught off guard. Dash Emma quickly looked away. Almost embarrassed she had said it. Dash before Kai could respond, she started walking toward the campus. Dash halfway there, she turned back. A small smile appeared. Dash see you tomorrow, teacher. Dash then she ran off. Dash Kai stood there speechless. Dash ding. Dash Emma Parker favorability, 12 by 100 disciple candidate progress, 20% dash then another notification appeared. One that made Kai's heart skip a beat. Dash new reward available combat comprehension, beginner, claim now. Yes no dash, Kai stared at the glowing screen. For the first time, a real combat related reward had appeared. Dash to be continued. These tabs